All right, you guys. Jufro Fragrance is back again today. So today I wanted to do a video of 5 fragrances that I'm absolutely enjoying as of right now. We're like halfway through the year. 3 of these I know for sure have been released in 2023. I believe the other 2 were released in 2022, but they're starting to come up on the radar now. So you'll see more and more about it. So let's get into it. All right, so the first fragrance I'm going to talk about, and these are in no particular order, just 5, like I said, that I've been really enjoying. So the first one we're going to talk about was released in 2023. This fragrance is a masterpiece. It is my favorite Zahara fragrance. It was Signature Rose before this one, but now that this has come out, it is my favorite Zahara fragrance, and it's one of the best leather fragrances out there. And this is Signature Leather Tabac. So what do I get when I smell this? Well, what you pick up here, and it's a beautiful blend of, I feel like everything. You have a touch of some fruity notes in there, some sweetness from the honey. There's some pepper notes. There's some, obviously leathers in here, suede as well, and some oud. So mostly what I pick up is you definitely pick up the leather that's very amplified on my skin. And you do get the sweetness in there from the plum and the honey that's in there. Now, to me, this is going to be perfect for fall, winter. I think spring evenings, I think you could do. I mean, and ideally, I would say this is for evening wear because this is very potent. This is very strong. Of all the Zahara fragrances I've tried, this has gotten me the best performance. Rosé performance as well, pretty good too. But this is the strongest one, and projection wise as well. I think I lost track after 10 hours. I could still smell it on my skin. Now, the setting I think for this one in particular would be somewhere where you want to get attention. I think that is going to be the best because this is what you will get when you wear this because, like I said, it is a heavy fragrance. Now, a formal event, I'm not too sure because it depends. Because, like I said, if the people at the event are not used to heavy fragrances, then you might want to peel back on that. So again, bar, or you're like at a party, you're like, I want to stand out. This is one to check out. And obviously, if I already said it's a masterpiece, I'm giving it a 5 rating. Now, I know Zaharoff has come out with 2 recent fragrances, so I haven't tried those yet. But from what I've tried and what I've smelled, this is numero uno. And like I've said earlier, if you've heard me talk about this in my other channels, that this is one of the best releases of 2023 so far. So again, you love leather, one to definitely check out. Zaharoff Signature Leather Tabac. All right. So this next fragrance, I haven't heard too many people talk about it. Kind of surprised because this is amazing. Now, I think this next fragrance, out of the 5 here, I think this is one that you can wear all year round and you can wear it day or nighttime. It is a very versatile fragrance. And that one is going to be from Petite, Maison. This is Vert. What it kind of reminds me of is Herba Pura, but not as fruity. So I think a lot of people will say, and I don't think Herba Pura leans feminine. I think it's just, perfectly unisex. But the problem I've heard with that is people say it's way too sweet. So if you love that scent DNA, but you don't want something that's very sweet, now this is the one you should check out. The reason why is, so you do pick up citrus in the opening. As it dries down, you get some floral tones in there, you get some musk, you get some woody notes in there. So just kind of has a blend of everything. Now there's supposed to be agarwood in there. I really don't pick it up, but I think that's what kind of just balances out. Again, why I love this is because it doesn't have that really sweet fruity vibe. And I love Herba Pura. I'm not taking anything away from it, whatever. But sometimes that can be too overwhelming, especially in high heat. I can see how Herba Pura can maybe get you overwhelmed because of that fruitiness. But if you want something smoothed out, this is it. Now, I think the settings for this, I think you can wear this anywhere. In all honesty, I think you can wear it if you're going out on a night out in town or you're wearing it to work because... Now, again, with work, I would probably just not wear a lot of sprays because this thing performs. I mean, I've worn this multiple times, and every time I've worn it, I got over 10 hours. So, saying a decent projection. I'm not going to say it's beast mode projection, but you can smell it. You can dare. My wife, she was walking around me when we were hanging out. she could smell it. So again, pretty decent projection. And like I said, 10 hours there. So be mindful with work, but other than that, day or nighttime, all season, this will work. And saying that, guys, it gets a 5 for a rating. Now, like I said, I love Herba Pura, but it can be overwhelming. And this, to me, is just, that's why I'm happy I have this in my collection, because now I don't have a bottle of Herba Pura. I have decants of it. So again, it's amazing to me, but it's very fruity. So you don't want something fruity. You want something more rounded out and smoother. This is one you should definitely check out. And I hope to hear more about it from others, because Petite Maison has some sleepers. I mean, I've tried Passion, tried this one, and they are amazing fragrances. So this is the next one right here, Vert. All right, you guys. So this next fragrance has actually recently come out. Now, I have smelled this in the past before, so I already knew about this release. It was coming, waiting for it to come out. It finally has arrived. So, like I said, it still smells just as amazing as I remember it. I think they refined it a little bit, not that it really needed it. And this is from Les Elixirs. This is Fantome. So what do I get when I smell this? Well, you definitely pick up some boozy notes in here. You definitely get some vanilla. You get some patchouli in there. And there's a little bit of floral elements in there as well. Now, to me, this is going to be perfect for fall, winter, and spring. I'm going to say this is for evening time because this is very strong. Now, this is a lingering scent. It projects, at least on my skin, it projects. My wife can smell it on me from a good distance away, even after the 8-hour mark. So you want to, like I said, you don't want to wear this to work. You will get in trouble unless they don't care, or you're like in construction, you're just like, I want something that's going to last all day. This one, but this is an opulent scent. To me, this is something you're going to want to wear formal, a night out, somewhere attention grabbing, because this is just amazing. I have to compare it with Oud again, because Oud to me was my favorite fragrance from them. Now this one, if it competes with it. I mean, if anything, it's like a draw right now, because this is just amazing. Most of these are pretty beast mode on this list, but this, like I said, just an opulent fragrance, and it's a 5 fro rating. Again, you love that profile of some booziness with some vanilla and patchouli, you'll definitely want to check this one out. You will see this one being talked about more, especially as it starts getting in the cooler weather. Now, spring evenings, I think it's fine. Summer, I think this will be very heavy. It will be very heavy. So in the hot weather, you might want to just put it away, hide it for a little bit, unless you don't care. So that's fine. But when the cooler weather comes out, when fall starts hitting, you'll see this one being talked about, not by just me, but by others as well. So this is Les Elixirs Fantome. Now, this next fragrance also came out this year. And I had the chance to smell it late last year before it was released. And I had told my boy, Niles, I was like, hey, yo, this is going to be number one from your fragrances. I don't know how the new St. John's is yet because I haven't smelled the refined version of it. But to me, this is number one. And this fragrance is City Rhythm Austin. Guys, this is a stunning, stunning fragrance. Now, you get some boozy notes in here. You get some leather. You get some vanilla. You get some tobacco. Absolutely amazing. Now, I think for people, if you love the vibe of Eau Jaune and Angel Share, you will definitely love this. For me, this is fall, winter, and spring. During the evening time, again, I think this will be way too strong during the day. I get over 10 hours. I've tried this. I've worn this multiple times, from decants, from the bottle, everything. Every time I've worn it, I've gotten over 10 hours. Been complimented on this numerous times. My wife absolutely loves this. It is one of her favorite fragrances as well. If you guys are not, again, if you're not familiar with City Rhythm, you should. Now, again, you have to love that scent profile. I think if you love, and which I think is a pretty popular scent profile, because for most people I talk to, I don't hear people saying, oh my God, Eau Jaune, Angel Share, they're bad. I don't hear anybody really telling me that. Maybe a few people here and there, but overwhelming majority love that fragrance. So if you love that, you'll definitely want to check this out. 5 fro rating again as well. Niles knocked it out of the park with this. Like I said, what I really do pick up on my skin, at least, is the leather, is the tobacco in here. It is very prevalent on my skin. Maybe you might get a little bit more of the boozy notes. You might get a little bit more of the vanilla. I pick it up, but like I said, not as heavy as those two. So again, guys, City Rhythm Austin, Niles' best fragrance in my opinion, and one of the best fragrances released with 2023. Now, this next fragrance, I didn't know about this, honestly. I've only found out about this recently, and I've worn this a few times, and I'm beyond impressed. Now, this is from a house, it's an indie brand. Simon, who is the creator of this, was nominated from the Art and Olfaction Awards. Not for this particular fragrance, but I think it's pretty damn good too. It could have been nominated as well. And this is, so the brand name is Neshama Perfumes, and this is 9th Wave. Just here it says on here, if you can't see it, it says sandalwood and oud. So here's the thing. I get a lot of people asking me about oud fragrances, you know, how to break into the oud range. Animalic, I know some people might be like, why would you want to smell like that? It's not what you think, okay? Especially not in this fragrance. It's not what you think. But if you want an entryway into those two notes, and you're like, you know, I hear a lot of people talking about it, and I want to start getting into that and see if I like it or something, I don't suggest jumping into something like Oud Palau. That's just really heavy, really intense. So if you have no experience with oud, I would not go into that route. Now, go into this route, I think you should try this fragrance, because while it's there, it's not very heavy. It's very smooth. Animalic notes, again, very smooth in here. I also pick up some other woody notes in here, especially the sandalwood, and there's other woody notes and some pepper in here. So to me, I think this will be perfect for fall, winter, and spring. I think you can wear it during the day, because here's the thing. This is, out of the whole list, this is probably this is the softest fragrance on there. Now, I wore this multiple times and I got 7 hours on my skin with it. Now, work, again, can be tricky, but if you're at a job where they don't really mind or anything, fine there. But evening time as well, especially want to stand out. Now, my wife does not really like oud and animalic notes and fragrances, but when she smelled this on me, she's like, oh, this is pleasant. So this is something, again, where you're trying to get into that entryway. This is a perfect way to go. And again, guys, this is a 5 for rating. Now, Simon's got a couple other fragrances. Again, I told you, one of them was nominated from the Art and Olfaction Awards. But this one is just a stunner. This is absolutely fantastic. Add this to the list of fragrances that I've mentioned in the past, where if you want to get into that oud and animalic notes, this is one to start off with, because like I said, very smooth, very, very well blended. Simon did a great job with this, and you guys will be hearing about this a lot more. So those are the 5 fragrances I've been really enjoying a lot so far this year. I'd be curious what you guys think. If you guys have tried any of them, please let me know in the comments which one you loved, all that stuff. So as always, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Helps the channel out. Hit that bell, lets you know when, hey, a new video is dropping. Jufro.